Alright. So it hasn't been very long, but it's been a short week or so. I don't have anything, or rather, I should say that welcome to Trials in the Sky second chapter. I'm not completely done with what I'm doing for first chapter. It's just that I'm still working on it, and I don't want to leave the channel with a content drought for like months on end, which I used to do. So we're just gonna jump straight into the next project, which is Trials in the Sky second chapter. If you thought I sung the praises of first chapter too much, then, well, get used to having your ears sung off. Because Sky first chapter has quite possibly the best build-up. That means second chapter has the best execution on that build-up. If you're invested in the story of first chapter, second chapter will bring you right back in. Anyway, we'll be doing the same thing we did with first chapter. We'll be doing New Game Nightmare, which means we do not get any carryover bonuses except the ones from first chapter that we've already gotten. With that being said, let's get into it. Well, we'll be able to tell by the save year, won't we? Oh god, there's 4 Estelles. They're multiplying. Oh god. You want to load the save from Final Chapter Castle Garden Terrace. If you do not load the save from after you get the bonus BP for the embassy mission, you do not get all of the clear data stuff from first chapter. Make sure your save is loaded from after you finish embassy mission. That is all. Now let's get into it. So bright. That felt good. I haven't slept like that since. What? Alright, we stayed in the castle last night. Joshua and I were out enjoying the celebrations, and then we had some ice cream on the way home. And we went to the dinner party, and then... No. This is Joshua's room. I was staying in the same room as Shara. Was all that a dream? What? Oh dear. Uh-huh. Good morning, sleepyhead. You took your sweet time waking up. Shara? Really? Warn me the next time you aren't going to come back for the evening. I was getting a bit worried. Although, it looks to me like you and Joshua managed to talk about quite a bit. Shara, where's Joshua? What? Where's? I'm looking for Joshua. Shara, have you seen him? This is important. I haven't seen him this morning. No. Weren't you tired yesterday and stayed over in his room? He wasn't there when you woke up? What? What? Who did you hear that from? From Cassius. But why does that... From Dad? Okay, where's Dad then? Well, last I saw, he was heading up toward the garden terrace, but now what? The garden terrace! Okay, thanks, bye! Wait, Estelle, wait a... What on earth has gotten into her? Oh, goddess. The lovers, reversed. Estelle? Dad? We have a problem. I know. Joshua is gone. What? How do you know about that? After getting back from the meeting last night, I found you asleep in our beds. You left a note on the nightstand as well. Between the two, I have a fairly good idea of what must have happened. Then, the heck are you just standing around here for? We need to find Joshua first before... Stop, Estelle. What? If he is truly gone to ground, even I have little hope of actually finding him. His skills are almost superhuman. When we fought 5 years ago, I was nearly killed by an 11-year-old. Okay, I only asked this once before a long time ago, but... Who is Joshua exactly? Why did you bring him into our home? The Society of Ouroboros. Your answer begins there, with an organization few even know exists. They are an organization that seeks to manipulate the world from the shadows, led by a leader called the Grand Master. Joshua was in their employ as an assassin when I first met him. I brought him home because it was his only chance to live free of them. Ouroboros. Even the Bracer Guild knows very little about them, and only top bracers ever learn of their existence. Given that the response of the public to the idea of Ouroboros' existence would be either panic or skepticism, we don't acknowledge them publicly. But they exist. There is no question of that, and they've had plans in motion for years. The recent coup is just one example of their machinations. Wait, you mean... Lieutenant Lawrence, he was... Yes. We have absolutely no doubt he was another senior agent from the Society. Of course, we doubt he was acting as a lone wolf. He must have had support to accomplish what he did. Support like Joshua, for example. Wait, what? The heck do you mean? He stated as much in his note. Over the past 5 years, Joshua has been passing along guild secrets to Ouroboros. He claimed that he was under the influence of some sort of mental control and didn't even realize what he was doing himself. No, he wouldn't. Ouroboros' cunning is matched only by their malevolence. Stay away from them, Estelle. They're far too dangerous. Okay, I don't quite get all of this, but I just want to make sure I'm hearing this right. You're saying we should abandon Joshua? Well... Dad, answer the question. I always knew this day would come. Even 5 years ago, when I took him in, I knew we would someday reach this moment. He swore something to me. That first day, he actually accepted he could be part of our home. What did he? The moment he became a burden or a threat to us, the moment the Society contacted him or pursued him in any fashion, he would disappear from our lives. Like a shadow dispelled by the sun, he told me once. What? What's that supposed to... Estelle, I understand how you feel. He was part of our family. It isn't easy to just say goodbye so suddenly. There are some lines which a man can never bring himself to cross. Ever. So please, try to understand what You knew. Hmm? You knew that Joshua might leave us someday. Never said anything to me, or did anything about it. You knew and you didn't. I'm sorry, Estelle. I hate you! Oh, dear. Cassius? Sheriff? I'm sorry you had to see that. No, it's... Why do I get the feeling you're biting back a lecture? I stumbled into your life from a disaster of my own. You saved me just as you did Joshua. I understand what both you and Joshua must be thinking. Indeed. If I may make a single comment, though, from a woman's perspective, of course. At this point, you and Joshua are essentially the two most wretchedly miserable sons of dogs I have ever had the displeasure of knowing. No, just no way. Joshua wouldn't run away. Whoa, you okay, miss? What are you doing out without an umbrella? You'll get soaked if you remain out in this mess. You should head on home. Home? Home. Yeah, you're right. I should head home. Joshua must have headed home. He probably went right back home. Huh? Thanks, Mr. Guard. I'll head home right away. What was that all about? I swear I've seen her somewhere before. Wait, isn't that the girl who helped stop the coup? My Estelle, you shine like the sun. My time with you is the happiest and the most painful I've ever known. Just as the brightest light casts the darkest shadow. If you stayed with me, you'd find out just how disgusting my true nature is. Sometimes I think it would have been better if we'd never met. I hurt Joshua? He wishes he'd never met me. He said that. No. Huh? Come on now, look at this clear blue sky. Feel the gentle kiss of the wind on your cheek. A lovely girl like you ain't allowed to be sad on a gorgeous day like this. It'd sadden Adios too, you know. Hey, wait a sec, I'm not dangerous. Well, okay, maybe I came across as... Anyway, you just caught my eye the moment you came aboard, you see? You seemed like a little broken up over something, so I thought to myself, hey, I'll put a smile on her face with my overpowering charm. I don't quite get what you mean, but thanks, I guess? To be honest, I think this is what we usually call, putting the moves on. He's called insensitive jerk. So how about it? Wanna head down to the lower observation deck? You can get drinks down there too. I'd be happy to treat a new friend. What do you say? Well, I appreciate the offer, but I'm not really in the mood. I'm sorry, can you just... I think I see how it is. Alright then, time to knock it off with the come-ons and put on the work face, huh? After all, it's my job to guide lost lambs like you. Your job? Darn right, look at this. The previously insensitive jerk held forth a medallion with a chalice engraved in the center. Isn't that the seal of the Septian Church? Bingo! This is the Grail emblem. Let me introduce myself properly. I'm Kevin Graham, and looks and moves aside, I really am a priest of the Septian Church. Huh, wow. Wait, for real? Or is this another joke? Nah, why'd you have to doubt me still? I'm a serious, devoted priest, you know? I never miss the trinary prayers, and I always have my testaments right at hand. I think I left them on my seat. Sorry. Yeah, that really helps your case there. You really are kind of a weirdo, Father. Victory is mine. That's more like it. Cute girls like you deserve to smile. Anyway, if you want, I'll give you an ear in my official priestly capacity. No pickup lines, I promise. Adios smite me dead otherwise. Well, okay. But where do I even... Wait, hold on now. I don't know what I did, but I'm sorry anyway. It's Great goddess. Steady there, child. You've been keeping this bottled up for ages, haven't you? My shoulder is yours. Come on, cry it all out. I'm here. Christ, that is a lot of crying. Kevin is one of my favorite characters. I love Kevin. Kevin, right? I'm sorry. That was so pathetic of me. Hey, no big, seriously. My shoulder's always got room for a girl to cry on. So how about it? Feel a bit better now? Yeah, a little. I'm Estelle Bright. I'm a member of the Bracer Guild. Estelle, huh? Dang, even your name is cute. Hang on, you said the Bracer Guild? Yeah, I'm a newly minted senior bracer. It might be hard to believe after seeing me break down like that, though. No, not at all. Now that you mention it, you do kind of look loaded for a bear. You a martial artist of some kind? I guess you could call me that. I focus on staff combat. So you said you're a priest, Kevin? I do appreciate the shoulder, but I gotta admit, you don't look much like any priest I know, or would trust, really. Ah, kazing! Through the chest, madam. Well, I'll admit that us wandering priests are sheep of a different color. Wandering what now? Well, okay. You know how there's villages and farms and whatnot without churches, right? My order heads to such places at set times each year and offers church services and teaches Sunday school. Think of it as home delivery churching, or something like that. Huh, I never knew there were priests like that, but it does make a lot of sense. And unlike church-bound priests, there's a lot of us who are more carefree about dress code. The church just kind of lets us do our thing, so... Oh, well, fair enough, I guess. So, Kevin, I guess you're off to some village somewhere? Nah, not immediately. I actually only just arrived in LeBeau, like today. The High Seat dispatched me here since apparently there's not enough wandering priests around right now. Oh, really? Okay, then. The High Seat. They mentioned that in Sunday school, but I don't remember where. It's in the holy city of Arteria, in the middle of the continent. Anyway, I figured I'd do a bit of sightseeing before I went and reported my assignment to the Bishop of the Gransel Cathedral. And well, here I am. That seems just a bit irresponsible to me. You really are kind of a half-baked priest, aren't you? Hey, it's cool. I'm checking out the places I'll be wandering to in advance. Besides, I got to meet a troubled and lovely young woman. This is surely a blessing from Adios. Praise be to her name. Yeah, smooth recovery there. But really, thank you either way. Letting it all out helped to clear my head a bit, I think. Seriously, I'm being a ninny. I should trust Joshua. He won't do anything stupid. Huh? Who? Oh, Joshua is my brother, sort of, in a sense. He disappeared suddenly, which has been a bit of a shock. Disappeared, huh? You mean he ran away from home? No. He just went back home ahead of the rest of us. I mean, he's family. He wouldn't just run off on his own. I see. Really, though, what was I even thinking? Worst mistake ever telling him how I felt, especially at that moment. Next time I see him, I'll have to make up some kind of excuse about that. Hey, Estelle. Huh? Well, like I was saying, I'm basically just a tourist without a plan or a clue right now, so how's about I land with you and Roland and make sure you get home safely? What? And after a full game, we finally return to Roland. At last. Ah, smell that fresh air. So this is Roland, huh? Gotta admit though, it feels a bit like a backwater farming village with an airship dock dropped on it. Well, excuse the heck out of us for living in the boonies. At least we're big enough to have our own church, Mr. Totally pretending to be a holy man. Oh, I'd better go pay my respects over there once we're done. So, Estelle, which one of these fine boonie shacks is yours? Setting aside the boonie shacks bit, you really don't need to escort me home, you know. If she's outside of town and crying fits aside, I really am a bracer. I can take care of myself. Nah, don't worry about it. It's duty of us real manly men to make sure a lady gets home safely. Besides, I'm looking forward to meeting this boyfriend of yours. But boyfriend isn't the term I think I'd use. Maybe. But fair enough, I guess. I'll fix you some tea or something when we get there. And I get free tea out of the deal. Victory again. Well, lead the way. I love Kevin. Let's go. Ah, boy. 90 points, 70, 84. Today's been sweet. Ooh, chestnut hair and twin tails. Brown eyes that are almost red like a flame. Healthy proportions, but lacking in a certain feminine charm. I'll have to give that one 82 points. Please explain to me in detail exactly how I am 82 points. I want justification for the beatings. Well, now that I look, it's you, Estelle. Hey, been a while. You're the same as always, Alan. Doesn't even comment on Kevin. Only interested in ladies. Truly limiting his accessibility for that job market. You can pretty much go wherever you want in Roland, but there's really nowhere in particular that you need to go. The only real direction that's worth heading in is back towards home, which is down the main street. Can stop in at the guild, but ergo, nothing to do. Estelle? What's wrong? I thought you were going to be in Gransel for a while. Well, Joshua came home early, so I'm trying to catch up with him. He did? Ina knows something's up. She's like, I don't buy it. Kevin is wearing Traegers, goddamn. Priest, also with sneakers. He is hip pope. Popular with all the cool kids. Anyway, we head back down Elise Highway towards the Bright family home, which is this junction, this junction. Whoop whoop. Finally back. After the entirety of first chapter, we can finally come home. It's got a, how to put this, a warm, homey feel to it. Yeah, I know. This place holds a lot of memories. For me, for Dad, and for Joshua too. So I can see. You think Joshua's gonna be inside, right? Yeah, I'm sure he is. Come on in, I'll introduce you to him. He'll like you, I think. Man, who is this guy? The number he's done on her. Well, let's get this over with. Adios give us strength. Joshua, I'm home. You're back, right? That's weird. He must be here. Maybe he's in Dad's study. Nope. Joshua? Oh, wait, duh. It's possible he's in my room looking for something, right? Did he leave some underwear or something laying around? Nada. My room's clean at least. Though Joshua probably wouldn't care about a few panties here and there. So... Joshua, I'm coming in, okay? Oh. Of course. Makes sense. Such an idiot. So your boyfriend's not here, huh? Oh hey, maybe we missed him. He came back and then headed out to town for a bit and we passed by each other without realizing? No. You've accepted it then? Really? I knew somewhere deep down. I knew he'd really left. There was no way he'd come back home for any longer than a few moments. Right. This room was it. It was my last hope. No idea where else he could be at all. So, this is the end. I'll never see Joshua again. Ever. Ain't it a bit early to be given up that easily? Huh? In the end, the only one who knows whether we're destined to meet someone again, here or beyond, is Adios herself. Just because you think that fate's against you is no reason to give up. The question then, Estelle, is this. What do you think you can do about it? But... I don't even have any leads to follow. No leads at all? You sure? I don't know your boyfriend, of course, but... nobody I know would disappear without some reason. What are you... Wasn't there anything weird in how he talked or acted towards you recently? Or maybe something strange had been happening with him lately. Something only you, who've been with him so long, would pick up on? Hey! Oh yeah, of course! Joshua started acting weird right after I got back to the spot where we were resting. Why is my head fuzzy? Why can't I remember who I met along the way? I did meet someone. Hey, you okay? You went white as a sheet there. Yeah, I think so. Now I get it. Joshua went off to stop the foul magician. The person I met then was the magician. And that person was the one actually behind the and Colonel Richard's memory trouble. And that magician must still be planning something else in the bowl. That means if I can stop him as a bracer, maybe, just maybe. So you've realized what's going on? What? Shara? Why are you here? Sorry, Estelle. When we touched down, I took the liberty of contacting the Guild's Grantsel branch on the sly. Oh! Estelle, honey. You scared the pants off us running away like that. We were at the Grantsel Guild house trying to find you when the call came in. We barely managed to catch a departing freightliner out here. I'm sorry. Just as Scheherazade said. I'm glad you're safe, Estelle. Now, Father Kevin, was it? I appreciate your contacting us. You have my deepest thanks for letting us know where Estelle was. Nah, don't worry about it. My fault for butting into family matters, really. Dad, No, Estelle. The one who needs to apologize is me. It was nothing more than my ego talking when I told you to stay away from Ouroboros. I was simply forcing my opinion, as a man and as your father, onto you. Scheherazade made the point, quite clear on our trip over. Shara? I sure did. Don't worry, Estelle. I'm completely behind you on this. In all honesty, I thought I'd prepared for this day for a long while, but losing him is worse than I could have ever imagined. Thus, if nothing else, I wanted to keep you from walking the path of thorns which now lies before us. I couldn't bear the thought of you sharing Lena's fate, of you losing your life to protect someone else. But that is an insult, not just to you, but to your mother as well. I understand now. Terrifying as the possibility still seems to me. Dad. I will be too busy with the work of rebuilding the military to act on my own. I fear that is exactly why they will act now. This time, I really won't be able to help you, Estelle. Are you sure this is what you want? Yes. I know I've still got a lot to learn, but I don't see any other way. So I'll do it. I'll put a stop to whatever horrible thing this Ouroboros has planned, and I'll bring Joshua back home. I see. Then there's nothing more to say. As a bracer and as an independent woman, do as you see fit. Dad. Well, no. There is one more thing I must say. Huh? Estelle, I'm counting on you. Bring back Joshua. Bring back my damn fool of a son. Please. Right. Piece of cake. I'll do it. I'll make sure we can all live in this house again. I will bring Joshua back, no matter what stands in my way. And with faith restored. That is the introductory segment of Trails in the Sky second chapter. And goddamn, what a hook and a half it is. Even if for some reason you haven't played first chapter, you still understand that Estelle loves this Joshua person and he has gone missing. And now she has to go find him. Boom. Done. Don't even need to play first chapter. If you skipped it for some reason, you are caught up with the general gist. 30 minutes to summarize the 70-hour game, and they still managed to get the point across. Either way, second chapter is going to be a much longer game than first chapter was, with a lot more action and a lot more interaction between characters. A lot of the thinly veiled and vague stuff they mentioned in first chapter will become a main factor in this game. If you have not seen my full playthrough of Trails in the Sky first chapter, or played the game for yourself, I recommend that you go and do so before watching this. Otherwise, this game will not make nearly as much sense. You also won't pick up on a couple nice character details, amongst other things. Regardless, we have got ourselves a boy to find. And some threads to wrap up. Let's go get him. What a banger of an opening. With all that out of the way, that is the end of the prologue and the beginning of the first section of the game. Midwest Samuria, Lamont State. The local canyon, Bracer Training Grounds. Oh yeah, challenger invited. Let's go. So Estelle's design got a glow up. Here I come, anyways. Blazing barrage. Yow, that is pretty hot. But now it's my turn. 8-leaf blitz. Oh, I'm not done yet. What the? You're mine. Bonk. Girl with big stick wins. Yikes, you're okay, Annalise? I didn't mean to hit you that hard. No, I'm okay. I blocked it, mostly. You sure got me good with that one, though. Guess I can't rely on that one move as my win button anymore, huh? It's just luck, really. Besides, I gotta give back a little of what I've been taking. You've really been throwing yourself into this, Estelle. If you've got enough energy left for smack talk, let's do one more set. Come on! You're on! Well, you two certainly have a lot of energy this morning. Oh, Phyllis, good morning! Morning, Phyllis! Morning, Estelle, Annalise. I was going to call you two to breakfast, but I suppose you'd rather beat stuffing out of each other instead of getting stuffed, Oh, breakfast, right! What do you think, Annalise? Beat stuffing, or get stuffing? That is a choice, isn't it? We'd be wasting perfectly good breakfast if we didn't eat, so... Phyllis, you wouldn't happen to know where Kurt is, would you? Kurt said he had to prepare some things for today's training, so he went on ahead. He made it sound like he had some pretty hard things lined up for you two today. Oh, great. He really said that? And he told me to make sure you both ate a good breakfast. Come in and eat, you two. Something tells me you'll be wanting it later. Didn't realize how hungry I was. I hope it isn't a bad idea to eat this much just before practice, though. Yeah, Phyllis's cooking is extra super yummy. Plus, Kurt's got something big planned, so I doubt we'll get a lunch break, you know? Yeah, good point. We need to keep our strength up to train, after all. Man, though, it's already been 3 weeks since I came here. Feels like it's passed by in the blink of an eye. Well, you really threw yourself into it, Estelle. Training with you has done me a lot of good, too. Aw, thanks, Annalise. It means a lot. I gotta admit, though, while I'm glad Kurt agreed to train us, I really didn't expect for you to be training here with me. Well, I've only been a senior bracer for like half a year. I'm really still a newbie myself, to be honest. So when Shara told me the whole deal with you and the training stuff, and I thought, hey, perfect. Kurt and the others had mentioned this place before, and I wanted to come anyway. So when I heard you were coming, well... Oh, that makes sense. You know, thinking about it, the guild owning something like this, makes me realize just how big the guild is. When Dad first told me about it, I didn't realize how big a thing it'd be. As I said, Estelle, I have no intention of stopping you. Be honest, however, you are no match for the Society, especially against the deadliest agents. You simply lack the skills. So I have a suggestion. Would you like to go to Le Loch? Huh? Le Loch? It's a training ground run by the Bracer Guild near the international headquarters in the Le Mans state. Its base is set with a canyon that contains a number of difficult training facilities covering skills of all kinds. Ruin investigating, techniques, ranger, tracking and survival skills, counter-terrorist operations. It is bar none the finest place on the continent for teaching practical bracer skills. Wow, I never knew there was a place like that. But it's in Le Mans, isn't it? So it's outside the country? I don't think I can leave Le Bourg right now. Well, it is a foreign country, yes, but it's only 1 day by airship. The training period lasts for about a month, I believe. If anything new comes up while you're there, we'll send you for you right away. How does that sound? Well... I recommend it, but the decision is yours. You needn't answer today. Take some time to think it over. No, I've decided. I'll take the training. Oh my. Excellent. You sound rather determined. I get the feeling you've been thinking about something like this for some time. Yeah, sorta. To be honest, looking back, I've just been relying on Joshua this whole time. Well, Black Fang may have carried me through the latter half of first chapter, but that's not the point. Whenever something happened, Joshua would always guide me to the answer. But now I have to rely on my own judgment. So yes, I want to retrain myself at this Laloc place. Oh, Estelle. I see. Then we'll file your application to attend tomorrow. Roland's Guild branch will have everything we need for it. Okay then, tomorrow. Say, Estelle, once we're done with that, let's hop back over to the department store in Grenzel for a minute, The department store? Why? Well, I haven't gotten you your senior bracer present yet. And you, I think, are gonna need some new on-the-job clothes. Yeah, it kinda surprised me too. Speaking of your folks, those clothes were a present from Shara, right? You're so lucky. I wish Shara would buy me clothes, especially cute stuff like that. Yeah, they were. I mean, they're tough and all, but they're nice and light and easy to move around in, but I don't know if colours this girly are really my thing. What, are you kidding? You look great. Way better than that old red outfit of yours. Remember, we may be bracers, but we're girls too. Fashion is important. No, because we're bracers, we have to look great. It's our duty. And lace? I got it, Estelle. A hair ribbon. You look great with one. How about it? I should have some spare somewhere. I'll pass, thanks. In fact, I couldn't help but notice. You're kind of a fan of cute things, aren't you, Annalise? Well, yeah, cuteness is justice. It's the law. I mean, okay, I totally get the appeal of cool older women like Shara, but there's nothing, not a thing, that can beat a young girl who's dressed up all cute. And whenever I see a teddy bear or a stuffed animal, I just want to hug it to death and... If she ever met Tita, she'd probably faint. But you know, you've changed a lot since I first met you. Huh? Well, when we first met way back when, you had this real, I'm a naive, innocent newbie air about you. And you still have that air of newbiness around you, but now it seems like you've got some steel in your soul, I guess. Pretty incredible if you ask me. Aw, Annalise, cut it out with the flattery. Don't get so embarrassed, I meant it. Besides, you make me want to work harder. Can't let a young upstart like you take my cutest and best bracer ever title. Really? Anyway, shouldn't we be getting to practice soon? Yeah, it's about time, I guess, huh? Let's go back to our rooms and get ready. See you in a bit. Jeez, she's like a ball of energy. I'm so glad to have her with me, though. Alright, gotta stop by my room and get my stuff together. So, Vestel has a new portrait, as do all the characters in second chapter. You will notice I was level 40 at the end of first chapter, so Estelle is level 40 in second chapter. That scales up to a maximum of level 45, depending on everything you've already done. Don't have our bracer notebooks yet. Gonna move that forward so we got a new save set. Estelle, good morning. You and Annalise were really going at it. I could hear you from here. The workshop's still not open yet, but I'll be ready before you have to head out. We can do augment tuning or whatever you need then. Estelle's room is the bottom one. Okay, this is Kirk practice we're talking about, so let's assume we'll need everything, kitchen sink included. It'll be just like real combat, so I'll have no idea what to expect. Okay, I'll do my best today too. I promise. Back to where Joshua's harmonica. equipped brake rod, equipped enhanced leather, equipped reinforced boots, packed away 1000 mirror. Alright, that's everything. Next up, the entrance. Alright. So if we go down to Annalise, take the seat. Ah, there you are, Estelle. Let's begin today's practice then. Today, I want you and Annalise to cover ruins exploration. We'll be heading to the Valstar Channel, which is west of the lodge. The Valstar Channel? Kind of a strange name, but it's another training facility, right? Yes, that's exactly it. It's an old aqueduct from the Middle Ages that the Guild repurposed. Several of its defense mechanisms are still operable. Plus, quite a few monsters have made it their nest. Traps and monsters, huh? Yep, that sounds like practice Kurt style to me. So let's head off to this aqua thingy. Hold on a moment, before we leave, I want you two to take a look at these. Kurt produced a pair of strangely configured ordnance. What is this? Looks like a combat ornament, but it's all weird. Correct. This is a new model combat ornament. You know, of course, there's the Epstein Foundation, which develops combat ornaments amongst many other orbital technologies. This is a new kind of combat ornament developed by the Foundation, supplied to the Guild mere weeks ago. As you can see, they have an additional slot compared to the previous ornaments for a total of 7. As a result, this should allow for the utilization of new, more powerful combat arts. Whoa, that's incredible! Heck yeah it is! These will make us awesome! So don't be stingy, Kurt. Make with the goodies. If you wish, the Guild will provide you each with one for free. However, there is, as you may expect, a catch. The circuit architecture within these ornaments is radically different from your current combat ornaments. As a result, your old quartz crystals are not compatible with these new ornaments whatsoever. You will need to obtain new, revised quartz. What? But that'd mean all the quartz we've made up until now are worthless? I'm afraid so, yes. It will be a hassle, but you'll need to rebuild your quartz collection from scratch if you use these. Oh, no way. Sheesh, this is a hard choice. Can we keep using our current ornaments? You could, but I don't recommend it. These new ornaments are superior models in every way. Their maximum EP potential is higher, and the high-end new quartz they can accept have impressive capabilities. In the long term, they will grant you increased physical abilities, and most importantly, the arts they can construct are far beyond what your current ornaments are capable of. Estelle, you recall our good friend, Lieutenant Lawrence, I assume? What? Lawrence, yeah. I don't think I could forget him even if I wanted to. Shara told me about a certain bizarre art he used against you. A terrifying attack that lashed out at your entire team and clouded your minds. As it happens, this ornament can manifest an art exactly like that with the correct combination. It's been dubbed Silver Thorn. Silver Thorn? Wait, hang on a sec here. Wouldn't that mean that red uniform bozo had one of these new model ornaments 2 months ago? A scary thought, but it's very possible. The implications of which are, well, for now. I must know, will you accept these new ornaments? Man, this is tough. With a bit of work, it'd make us awesome, but right now, it'd be a nasty drop in power. I'd like the new model, Kurt. What? Lawrence, or whatever his name is, beat us away like a tiger, swatting at a playful cub. I know a new ornament won't make me innately stronger, but if it could give me even the tiniest edge, I'd like to master it. So please. Estelle. Yeah, you're right. Like I said, Kurt, fork over the goodies. Very well. Go ahead and take them. You get new model combat ornaments. Also, take these. So you get some Sepith, That should be enough to synthesize a basic selection of quartz. Robert's stationed at the workshop there in the corner, so he'll be able to help you prepare some quartz. Incidentally, your bracer notebook should also cover all the new quartz and arts available. It might not be a bad idea to skim through it before talking to him. Sure, we'll do that. In addition, today's practice is likely to be, long duration, so we say. I'd recommend bringing some food just in case. Ah, right. Food. We were just talking to Phyllis about that, right? Correct. Talk to Robert and Phyllis for anything you might need before we begin practice. Ah, Estelle, before I forget, these are for you. These are the Trails in the Sky first chapter carryover bonuses. So you get the glove gear, a celestial balm, an emergency puppet, and the luck quartz. This is the big one. The luck quartz is immensely helpful. Oh, shiny! It looks really high quality too. Yes, they're all quite valuable. The quartz, naturally, is for your new augments. Think of them as a reward from the guild for your successes as a junior bracer. Thanks. Now then, I shall wait for you outside the lodge. Come see me once you're ready. Okay, Estelle, let's go get ready. Right, let's talk to Phyllis and Robert. So, let's get into the meat and potatoes of second chapter. Trails in the Sky second chapter has a lot more going on than first chapter ever did. You see this menu that has all of your quartz slots, like in first chapter, but it also has a little icon next to it that also corresponds to a quartz. That means the yellow bar is the level of the slot. Yes, this is SC. The level of the slot corresponds to what kind of augments you can place in it. So level 2 slots have 2 yellow bars, level 1 slots have 1 bar, and level 0 or base have no yellow bars. You can equip a quartz of the same tier or lower into a slot. So luck can go in a tier 2 or tier 1 slot, but not a tier 0 slot. That's pretty much all the fine-tuning that went into the art system. You don't really need to worry about slots too much for now, but they will factor in later into the game when we get more powerful quartz, yada yada yada. If you go into your bracer notebook, the list of magics has greatly increased from first chapter. There are now an extra 30 different arts compared to first chapter's 43, which makes 73. So, what's new? Pretty much every art in first chapter has been retooled somewhat. For example, Crest is a lot easier to make, so is Forte. All the buff skills had their costs reduced in some fashion. Earthwall had its EP cost increased. So there are lots of buffs and nerfs to strategies in first chapter across the board. I'd still say that time is probably the best element in this game, bar none. But we'll get to that when we get to the point where we actually have different builds. For now, we're just going to be making the raw, bare basics. So let's talk to Peyton. Oh, not Peyton, Robert. God, I'm confusing it with the Zeiss mechanic from FC. Bleh. Looks like you two picked up the new model combat augments. You already go over the list of new quartz in your notebooks? Yep. Fundamentals aren't much different. Some things have had their attributes adjusted in the Switch, so give it a look. Before we get started, it is a new game run on the Nightmare difficulty. I did the same thing in first chapter. The only thing I have carried over is the first chapter completion bonuses. So this is gonna suck, for lack of a better term. Regardless, we don't really need to go over anything that Robert has to say. I've already kind of addressed everything. So if we reference the Bracer Bibble... Oh, that's a junior book. Oops. You're going to want access to some form of healing for the first dungeon, because Nightmare sucks, a giant bag of ball. And your EP is also going to be very limited. With that being said, just grabbing the vanilla suite of stuff is more than enough. We're not going to get a hit one, because hit is not very useful. Depending on the character, Ardy, I'm probably going to have different builds throughout the whole game. Estelle is probably going to be fairly magically focused for now and be the healer, and I'm going to leave Annalise to the DPS for the physical stuff. Which is why I need to stick the glove gear on Annalise instead of Estelle. Let me get to my ordnance and get these set up pretty quickly. So we want luck in the top section because we want that extra one space epith to be able to make some better stuff. That's it, really. Stack everything for Estelle in that top row, and we give Annalise evade and attack. And with that out the way, let's get to Phyllis. So Kurt's going to be working you to the bone again, is he? Here then, let me show you how to prepare some nice clean water for yourselves out in the field. Oh, don't forget the ingredients, dears. So, like, we can just throw this stuff in a pot to cook up a meal, right? Well, yes, what you have will cover most basic cooking, but you can only get some ingredients by defeating monsters. Gathering all the ingredients for those is a bit dangerous, needless to say. Yeah, tell me about it. There are some weird recipes out there. Tomato sandwich. And Abaddon potluck, but we'll get to the Abaddon potluck when we get to it. Good lord, the Abaddon potluck. Thank you, Phyllis. So we're going to be getting the LaBelle News issue 1, as it is a missable item. We already have the Nature's Bounty recipe, but we're going to want to buy a herb sandwich anyway. I also need to check a specific recipe that I didn't look up earlier. My apologies. Oh boy. Now I'm embarrassing myself. The recipe in question is important for the first boss that we're going to be dealing with, because without the right materials, we are screwed. So we're going to need some fresh milk, fresh eggs, milled flour, but we already have 10, so I'm not going to buy any. We need olive oil, And then we will find the other ingredients that we need in the field. So again, that is fresh milk, fresh eggs, milled flour, which we already have, and olive oil. I'm debating whether or not I buy 5, because I'm not sure how much money I'm going to need to budget at the moment. I'll get materials for 5, and we'll see what happens from there. Essentially, we'll be needing those for a strategy with the first major boss coming up. That should work, hopefully, if I'm not bad at video games. Oh boy. Alright. And now that we have everything we need, save the wonderful game, and off to Valstar channel. So, you've had your new quartz manufactured and prepared healing arts. Very good, now we can set off. Finally! So we're heading for that sewer-like thingy in the western part of the canyon, right? Indeed, the Valstar channel. As I said before, the monsters within are dangerous. Are you two prepared? I feel like the sweet goddess not yet option, but nightmare, so it's only gonna get worse. Okay, right behind you, boss. These are beginning to fade out there as I pull up my notes. So the first section of the game is set up like a semi-world map thing. For now, we can only go back to the larger and Valstar channel, but you can travel back and forth. This is not my first time playing through second chapter, but I haven't played second chapter in about a year almost. So my knowledge is quite rusty, I'm afraid. So, this is Valstar channel. Man, these sewers are huge. Why do they keep down here? Well, they're technically smaller than the sewers beneath Gransel, but they are still quite sizable. As for what is kept down here, try confidential documents. Your practice mission today is to retrieve them. Wait, confidential stuff? Seriously? Well, it's more to get you in the mood than anything else. Regardless, the documents are in the deepest section of the sewers. Recover them, and today's practice will be complete. Well, you make it sound so easy, but this is a training mission, so you've made sure it isn't going to be that easy, right? I shall leave that to your doubtlessly fertile imaginations. I will warn you, however, the monsters in the channel are not to be underestimated. You may find it necessary to fully master chain crafts to defeat them. Chain crafts, right? Those are the, You mean the team-based attacks we got special training for, right? Indeed. Fundamentally, it is a type of craft which allows several people to attack a target simultaneously. You put a great deal of effort into learning them, so now you should put your theory into practice. Sounds like a plan. Ah, also, since you'll be fighting once again, let me provide you with this. I'm planning on streaming through at least all of the Sky Saga, so I'm going to be finishing second chapter and then third chapter. After that point, I'm not sure how long that's going to take, but hopefully I'll be able to stream the whole series, and eventually I'll have everything. I would advise noting down any particulars about your enemies as you find them. Well, keeping tabs on the enemy is how you win fights, I guess. Yeah, they say knowing your enemy is the first key to victory. Or is it, know yourself first? Either way, thanks, Kurt. We really owe you. Really, there's no need to thank me. I wish you two the best of luck. As one last note, if I may, don't force yourself to go on if you are injured. I prepared an augment charging station here just in case. Use it as you see fit. Yep, that's our Kurt, all right. Always planning for everything. Well, no excuses now. Time to blow the lid off the pot of expectations. Alright, let's get to it. So, Valstar Channel is the first dungeon. Orbment charging stations work the same way as they do in first chapter. But here we go with the combat tutorial. I'll go over everything. Fair enough. Run the top then. Come on, Estelle, follow me. Right. New battle theme. So the battle order bar works very similar to Final Fantasy X, seeing as that's more mainstream and most people have probably heard of that or how that system works. There's also a battle order bonus. Annalise currently has an extra Sepith icon, so during her turn, if she does damage, she will get extra Sepith. Yada yada yada. So you can attack or move. If the icon has an arrow through it, like this, it shows the enemy is out of your attack range. But this one is in range, so 941. Do the same with Estelle, no reason not to. The enemies here don't attack for the sake of tutorializing. And thank the Lord they don't.
Oh yeah!
We get Sepith for winning. Okay, that wasn't too hard. Yeah, great work, Estelle. Oh, but one thing. We gotta put those things in the monster guide. Alright, no problem. Give me a sec. Confident penciling. Okay, got it all down. So it gets recorded in your monster guide. The monster guide has a list of all enemies, and the more you fight them, the more info you will get. Elemental efficacy is something that the game will explain very soon. Uh-oh, here comes some more. These things are all sludgy and soft. Nice sort of toothpick against them, and so is your staff. There's a perfect chance to whip out some arts. So just blow these monsters up with arts, right? Okay then, here we go. Arts can prove effective against enemies where default attacks do not. Arts can be cast over long ranges but take time to activate. Using arts consumes EP. To recharge EP, rest at an inn, hotel, or recovery point, or use EP charge items. Note, that enemy just dealt 961 damage. I die in 3 hits. Yeah, Nightmare mode's kinda difficult. But fortunately, we can exploit the enemy's elemental weaknesses. That Ripple Frog back there isn't going to be able to do much. We're going to take the time to check its elemental efficiency. You notice that it doesn't mention time, space, or mirage on that list. That's because those are higher elements and not considered in most areas. So just assume that those are always 100, unless stated otherwise, which means they are neutral. Firebolt comes out, and because it has extra effectiveness, it deals more damage. Soul Blur, however, doesn't have those benefits. And this is why I made a herb sandwich. Otherwise I would be dead. Go for another Firebolt here, and that ends it.
Oh yeah!
So, the early game of most Nightmare difficulty runs are usually the worst part because you don't have a lot of tools to deal with enemies. It's a lot easier in second chapter than it is in first chapter, but it still sucks. Don't want to have to go through all those tutorials again, in the event that I die, because I might. Well, this is a pretty good chance to practice crafts, Estelle. Remember, crafts aren't just attacks. They have all kinds of effects depending on what you do. And if you can get 100 craft points, you can break out a super strong S-craft. Okay, I see. Crafts are pretty important for giving yourself tactical options, huh? Yep. And remember, using S-breaks to get an S-crafting quick is important in real combat. We'll go over S-breaks in the actual fight, okay? Okay, let's do this, Annalise. So crafts are basically modified physical attacks with extra effects. You use combat points or CP to use them, and you get CP from dealing damage or taking damage. The amount of CP gained varies with the damage taken, but not the damage done. If your CP goes over 100, you can use an S-craft and interrupt enemy turns with an S-break. Estelle's S-craft does donkey damage. And it'll probably be what saves my keister. S-break. Very weird time for the game to tutorial that, but alright. Barrage goes off, and death. As for Annalise, her S-craft has AoE, thank the Lord. And she has the attack one, so that should do a teensy bit more damage. But still not enough. Oh dear. That is a problem. Ooh, no. Well, that's what I get. Ultimate punish. Back to the store point. Whee. We gotta love the running back and forth. It is part of the ritual. Looks like this is the end of the path. Yeah, looks like it, although... Hey, Estelle, think we can finally give it a shot? It? Oh, you mean a chain craft, right? Well, we did put a lot of sweat into learning these new chain attacks, you know. I say we try them out in a real fight and get a feel for how they work in practice. Works for me. Come on. Right, just say when. Chain crafts are the new mechanic of second chapter. Depending on the initiator and what section of the chain craft the character is in, depends on how much CP they actually consume. Estelle's just gonna take care of herself and Annalise while Annalise does all the damage here with Fireball. Bonk the frog. Just to get a teensy bit more combat points out of that.
Where am I?
Haha, invincible, she says. We die. So now we're in Valstar channel proper. The tutorializing is over. Let me get my handy dandy map. Right, so... To start with, levers. That is the gimmick of Valstar channel, and it's a gimmick I don't like. So the deal with this map is just the levers pushing open new pathways, and you have to push levers back and forth, like so, to access new parts of the dungeon. Oh, damn you, attack delay. But chain crafts will get us out of the tight spot. Got him.
Piece of cake.
Out of battle healing is also an important bit. Also, Tyr has been upgraded since first chapter, now healing 1,000 health instead of the measly 200 it used to. Where were you when Tyr got gains? So, water level's too high. What do? Pull the lever, Kronk. Correct lever! And it drains. Now we can access the bottom floor. Not that we need to do that yet. As we extend that. Make our way back down into this section. I want to try and get a back attack on that. Nice. Single encounters are really the only thing we can handle, and only as long as we have EP.
Where am I?
So we need to maintain that for the moment. And also just be careful with combat in general.
Where am I?
Ooh. Save your game. So this is instant death. And there she goes. Welcome to Nightmare Mode. We'll be coming back for it later, but for now that chest is basically instant death. And we want nothing to do with it. In the nicest possible terms. Anyhow. If we don't back attack an enemy, we basically resign ourselves to our imminent demise. Not all bad, though. Get Anlace to steal the healing turn. Unfortunately, do give him the crit. But that just gives us more CP. We're going to be checking the right side of this entire dungeon out first, and then we'll move on to the left. Particularly for the chests. Yeah, that. Damage. Tear or Earth Guard both serve the same function, essentially. So just pick a favorite. The slugs' danger is just in their attack delay. Everything else isn't too bad about them.
Where am I?
So we can deal with those fairly well. No worries. Unfortunately, we are going to have to go back after we check these chests, and chest dialogue. Nothing in the chest. Nothing! Now shoo! Shoo! Reviving Barn. Oh, sure, just take it. My name's Sven, by the way. I bet asking my name never crossed your mind, did it? Salty chests. Chain is not going to reach both. So we'll AB Blitz. Chain should do it. Just gotta shove them together. Tear Bomb. You open the chest, the familiar sight of nothing. Oh, how you've missed this. I've missed it indeed. It has been about a week. So we'll shimmy our way on out. I don't think there's anything in this corner. Nope, okay. Awesome, awesome. Yep, okay, we're good. Whoop. Just don't want to run into a potentially deadly encounter on our way back to the EP restoring station. So this is going to be our back and forth song and dance. For the moment. We'll be going back for the chest slightly later, but for now, I need to redo all of the levers. I just hope I don't forget about it. Flip left. maze balls. I think that should stay flipped. Yeah, alright. Nice, nice. Can just 2-tap that one.
Or am I?
That's the most preferable encounter we can possibly get down here. Mind 1. This is what your curiosity gets you. I'd say it's pretty good. Can add the Mind 1. And the Action 1 moves it down, because it doesn't do anything on its own. Found Tear Barn. Small spiders skitters from one side of the empty chest to the other. It's actually kind of cute. What? There's nothing in here. Boring. Oh. Haha. Aww.
Or am I?
Is she invincible? I don't know. Anyhow, if that wants to turn around, that'd be cool. This is a bad encounter. Uh-oh. Gonna Earthguard Annalace there, just to protect her from the inevitable plug. Or that. That works. Firebolt. Oh boy. Oh, that was almost very bad. Uh-oh. Okay, get rid of the frog. And give it a bonkin. Damn, it does not like Annalace. Oh my lord.
Or am I?
That's good for EXP, but not for the little staying alive thing I've got going on. Continuing onward. Into the second block of Valstar channel. Flip to the right. Follow. Ooh. Yeah, that's free kill. Way free frog. Firebolt.
Oh yeah!
So pretty much spam Firebolt at the frogs. Murder everything else with pokey sticks. Good stuff. And attack 1. Dang, you really like reading these messages. Yes, I do. I feel like called out slightly. Anyway, that gives us stealth firebolts, and that makes my life easier. The real holdout that we're waiting for is getting... Oh no, wait, we already have it. Alright. Let me shimmy shammy on out, in that case. Not down, is it? Nope, it's up. Okay. We want to shimmy shammy on out of the dungeon, as we are at liberty to do so. So we want to go back to the Guild Lodge, and upon our return, we're going to make 2 EP Cut 1s with Robert. One EP Cut 1, rather. I only need 1. Ayy. So it's time to re-edit our setup already. Shocking, I know. Now we have... five. Time Sepith. Add the HP and the mind. Now we have Curia. Put that defense on Estelle. Oh, yeah. Okay. Chuck the attack 1 over there. Reference the notebook. So... by the hit 1. Oh, crud. I've bunkummed the entire thing again, haven't I? Yes, I have. Oh, no. Oh, well. We all make mistakes. I just make slightly more. Reference the notebook. The Bibble. We do want an impede one, but that's very difficult to get at the moment, so I'm not gonna bother. In the nicest possible terms. Gonna put the evade one down there. Put the attack one there. Da-da-da. Action. Hit. Awesome, awesome, awesome. Back to the Valstar channel. Having Latir is going to make the out-of-battle healing situation a lot friendlier. Thankfully. I'm not entirely sure what the first AoE art we actually get access to in this game is. Let me check. I am fairly sure... I'm not sure if we can do Stone Impact yet, because we're missing the thing. I know there's one we can do, I just forget which one. Oh no, wait, I'm wrong. Oops. Oh well. Won't be the first time that's happened. Anyway. Return that to its original position. And put bright. Go around that enemy. And what we're going to do for the first time is mess with the tactics menu. We want to move both characters as far back as is humanly possible. Ow. Well, I messed that one up, didn't I? Latir is incredibly unofficial. So, save the game. Open the chest. And what we're going to do... we're going to take the crit turn with Anole and go for a Piercing Wave. Which deals a boatload of damage. We don't want to take lethal damage, but we do want to do some movement. The issue with this fight is they just have numbers up on you and will continue to get numbers.
I'm sorry.
Case in point. Which makes this one kinda difficult.
Come on. Let's go. Okay.
Get rid of the Froge. Bonk. Fire bolts. Oh, you're kidding me. Why didn't it spawn in my butt? Which one has a crit? Oh, come on.
We're good to go.
Woo. Living on a prayer. Okay. Ooh. We're good, we're good, we're good, we're good, we're good, we're good, we're good. We made it. This fight sucks. For lack of a better term, this fight sucks.
I'm invincible. Or am I?
And with that, we get 5 clear gelatin, 1 giving eyeball, and a proxy puppet. For sale, reviving balm, never used. So, proxy puppets are an item that I may as well show off while we're still here. It prevents KO 1 time, but breaks afterwards. Same deal with the emergency puppet, but the emergency puppet has a different name to the proxy puppet. I'm not sure why. The emergency and proxy puppets have different puppet names, but they do different puppet things. Oh, sorry. Emergency puppet fully revives you, so you die and then get all of your health back. Proxy puppet just prevents you from dying to instant death once, and then breaks. So it's like a very crappy T-anklet, if you remember that from first chapter. It is a very crappy T-anklet. Not the source. That being said, we're making decent headway through Valstar channel. And that is all of the chests in the first area cleared out. There are 4 in the room on the right that we just went to. And there are 3 in this room on the bottom left. So with all of the chests gathered, we can safely move forward in the knowledge that I'm not going to forget anything else. Hopefully. Oh, gone too far up. Yeah, there's 3 down here. And there's 4 in the other room. So that makes 7 total, if you're keeping track. You'll notice that the water is still raised in this section of Valstar channel, because we haven't drained it yet. It doesn't drain the entire dungeon, it drains a single room. Which is kind of unfortunate for us, but it is what it is. Stella's gonna fire bolts, same with Annalise. The early game of Nightmare Mode is basically just keeping the enemies off of you, unless you can deal with them fast enough. Otherwise, you'll just take a lot of unnecessary chip damage, and that sucks. All that having been said, though, we are doing pretty well for ourselves.
Or am I?
That first level up is pretty far off, though. Anyhow, drain the water. Sploosh. And now we can yoink this. Oh god, the shadow is multiplying. The chest is flirting with me. Anyway. Silver earring prevents poison. Hold on to that. Flip the lever to the right. And we can shimmy shammy. Yep, there's nothing there, just double checking. Ooh, scary frog. We'll be coming back for that chest. This one, however, contains an EP charge. Treasure chest advertising, the low price of 900 mirror per month. I'd say that's sufficient. Uh-oh. We almost got dirty doubled by the frog. What is that? Anyhow, firebolt both the frogs, and we'll deal with the slug when it comes to it. Donk, donk.
Piece of cake.
Alrighty. I'm just gonna tear twice. If we follow this side path, the goodies. So, EP is a problem early on. It's quite limited. So you'll be taking treks back to the entrance fairly often. Surprise cookie. The edge chest opens with a groan. I guess it's tired of being opened over and over. So if we go over to our recipe book, we need to find some savory pinions and prickly seeds. The surprise cookie is going to be a very strong damaging tool this early on. But outside of that, it's not going to do too much for us later. For now, though, the surprise cookie is king. Gonna go for a double firebolt again. Rinse, repeat. That's just how the early combat here is going to go. And here is a chest. These ones have monsters in them, you can tell because the normal ones are brown on the top, these ones are red and gold. Monsters appeared. It is basically identical to the last wave that we dealt with. So we're gonna chain craft. And Annalise is gonna piss him away. Damn. Not enough damage. Alright, reset, try again.
Oh, sorry.
Do it again. So we basically want them all to bunch up, and we want to get an ideal turn order. We can also firebolt the frogs to get rid of them, because they're going to be a problem otherwise. They're the only enemies in this encounter that can summon more enemies. So taking care of the frogs should be top priority. go for the piercing wave. Takes out all the slugs. That frog in front of us can't do lethal damage, so I'm not going to worry about it. And we're just going to firebolt it to death.
I'm invincible! Or am I?
Give me eyeball and clear gelatin, and you found cast 1. You open the chest and see riches beyond your wildest imagination. As you take your first step in your victory dance, you awaken. It was a dream. Or was it? Cast 1 bumps us up to a decent amount of time sepith. 5 is nothing to scoff at. However, we are going to be putting that on Estelle, not Annalise. And we can pass Annalise the defense. Not the defense, sorry. We will be switching cast on eventually, but not at the moment. It is useful, we just don't need it right now. Anyway, we want to safely navigate our way back to the entrance. So stick to the corners. Gonna last here just in case. And we'll waddle our way back over to the entrance, heal, and then go back in. Whee! Now that we're kinda into the swing of Valstar channel, I want to mention a couple things about second chapter specifically. The food items are extremely good early game, not so good late game. And there's also an achievement for using a certain amount of them, so if you want to get that achievement out the way, I would do it early instead of later. The achievement in question is called Doom Baker. I'm bringing it up because I'm reminded of the fact that I don't have Doom Baker yet, because I didn't use food early, because I was broke. Anyway, we flip that to the right. And if you did everything as I did, you should have found the proxy puppet, an EP charge, a reviving bomb, a tear bomb, an EP charge, a tear bomb, mind 1, attack 1, silver earring, 10 of each type of sepith, a surprise cookie, reviving bomb, cast 1, and an EP charge. The important things to get are the attack, mind, and cast, and the surprise cookie, but other than those, the rest of the items are middling at best. If you're not going for the old chest achievement, just make sure you have everything I just listed. Ah, very good. You finally found your way down here. Kurt? Hang on a second. You're at the entrance. How'd you get here before us? To tell you the truth, there are a few secret passages throughout the channel. While you worked your way down the main path, I simply came here directly. Aw, man. Now all the hard work we put into beating those monsters and stuff looks like a waste. Thanks, Kurt. Anyway, busy work aside. And this is deep as the sewers go. This is the end of the line, right? Quite so. Your point? So, the confidential documents are, What's with the... Oh, man. I knew it. I'm afraid my role in this exercise is that of an armed foreign infiltrator here to steal the documents. As we have the same goal, my only option is to remove you, by force. Wait, what? The documents are just an excuse to get us here. The real point of this test is to have an unexpected battle during a mission, isn't it? Indeed. Well spotted, Annalise. That being said, prepare yourselves.
By my art, become hard as steel.
So Kurt is the first actual boss. He's also a royal pain in the neck. Has 4,500 HP, is capable of casting all the arts he did in first chapter at the Grancel Arena. This is Steel, Whitecaps, and I forget the name of the other one. Steel and Whitecaps are the two main problems, because Steel gives him a 30% defense bonus, and Whitecaps heals him for around 1,000 HP. Your main method of taking him down is going to be chain crafts. Morale and chain crafts. That is all. Additionally, surprise cookies are also going to help. And we're going to use Petal Dance.
By my art, become hard as steel. By my art, not as you appear.
Kurt, can you approach me, please? I'd appreciate that.
Not as you appear.
Oh my god, Kurt. Can we not be doing this now, Kurt? Okay.
By my art, become hard as steel.
Alright. Alright. Cool. So as you have elected to notice, he essentially casts Shadow Spear. We want him to be attacking us instead of spamming Shadow Spear, because Shadow Spear is a problem.
By my art, become hard as steel.
He will also elect to spam normal attacks. We're going to chain with Estelle taking the brunt of the cost.
By my art, become hard.
You want to attack when his defense bonus is down, because that gives you a lot more breathing room to work with. You also want to cast Clock Up to give yourselves more turns, because trying to outmatch Kurt raw is not going to end well. You can try Anticept, but I think he's immune, and as long as you're close enough range to him, he shouldn't waste his time casting it. Good lord though, Kurt is a very hard first boss. Anyway, pop the surprise cookie. 600 damage. And I missed. Uh-oh.
By my art, become hard as steel.
What we want to do, ideally, is be in a corner, so that the knockback that Kurt's attack deals doesn't mess up our formation too much. So moving Estelle into the same position as Annalise is where I want to be at the moment. Something like this is ideal. Because you can just farm and farm and farm.
By my art, become hard as steel.
Okay.
By By my art.
Gonna give Estelle the clock up. And I think it's gonna be us or Kurt in this next turn. Yep, 0 damage. Amazeballs. Love you, Kurt. Gonna tear. And now that his defense has ended, we want to lay into him with S-Crafts.
This says here.
By my art, become hard as steel.
It's essentially just a matter of trying again and again until you do succeed. Because eventually you will. It's just a sheer stallfest between yourself and Kurt. And who wins the battle is entirely decided on whether he wants to be a tool and spam steel. Fortunately, we can give himself an EP back. So we're basically just letting him hit us to get oak. Please go for Analyze. Thank you. Oh my god. Why do you do this to me? Use that Analyze again, please. Or do that. That works. That works. That works. Oh!
By my art, become hard as steel.
I want to give Phil more turns. I also want Analyze to have more turns, because that's always good.
By my art, become hard as steel.
And essentially Analyze is just attacking to increase her CP. Okay, nice. That gives us some more breathing room. Wave. Oh, come on now.
By my art, become hard as steel.
Right, I'm just going to reset that. If you want to dome me, Kurt, that would be appreciated. Thank you for your insistence. I'm very glad to have experienced that. Oh, I love it. It's my favorite spell. Thank you, Kurt. Very respectful of Warman. So we're gonna lobby up in this corner. Very hard boy. Alright, Kurt. Alright. I get you. I'm level. Soul Blur is like the primary damage tool here, aside from that surprise cookie. He does resist the effect of it, however. I'm gonna lock here under the assumption that he goes for Analyze, but he doesn't. Unfortunate.
By my art, come hard as steel.
it's defense up, not arts defense, which is the reason why the cast is so important. Obviously, I forgot to equip it, but you know, you get the point. He's a bit of a nutter. But he also shows you exactly how to defeat him, so...
By my art, become hard as steel.
Yeah, become as hard as you want, Kurt. You ain't doing Jackson. The damage threshold that we need to get him at is around 1,400-ish. So we're close. I'm gonna last here, so that goes off on both of them.
By my art, become hard as steel.
You do be very hard, though. I'm gonna use the EP charge on Estelle.
By my art, become hard as steel.
Because you don't want to run out of healing at a bad time. Go Soul Blur, Soul Blur. Between the Piercing Wave and the Barrage, that should do it. Die, potato! Ha! Bonk. Girl with big stick wins.
Piece of cake.
150 XP. And we get Heaven's Eye, which is a drop from Kurt. If you do not get Heaven's Eye here, you are unlucky. At least I think it's a guaranteed drop. I have never not gotten it. Well done. That was a clean victory. We won? Yeah, my auntie otherwise, we did. Just what you'd expect from the Artful Tactician. 2-on-1 and we barely won. Don't tell them about, like, the 2 timelines where we failed. Alright, with the infiltrator neutralized, the documents have been recovered. The mission is complete. Okay, so training for today is over, right? Oh, hardly. After a brief lunch at the inn, we'll be heading to the St. Croix Forest to the south. We will engage in a bit of bonus training there. Think of it as a chance to make up for any mistakes you made here. Oh boy. Come on, cut us some slack here. Nope. Kurt's a toughie. Either way, that is, Kurt completely claps, if you will. That concludes today's training. You did well, you two. You must be tired, I imagine. Yeah, just a bit. I'll say, feels like my legs are gonna fall off. That was the hardest thing we've done here. We still need to work on your endurance a bit, perhaps. Well, be sure to get some rest this evening. We have quite a day tomorrow. Yes, sir. See you in a bit, Kurt. Today was like hardball played with boulders. Sounds like that's almost it for our training here at the lock, though. Sure feels like it. Yeah, I mean, I'm happy to be almost done, but it makes me feel a little sad at the same time, you know? Ali was amazing, too. Kurt really is strong, isn't he? He took us both on at once, and I get the feeling he could have kept going. Well, yeah, he probably could have thrown us around like spears. I mean, he got that Artful Tactician title because he's second best bracer in all the Bell, you know? The very best is your dad, of course. Oh, I see. Oh yeah, speaking of, I think Shara mentioned this to you once, but there's 7 ranks for senior bracers, G to A. I'm ranked F currently since I've only been senior for half a year, but Kurt's a B, pretty much an A even. He's getting promoted soon. Wow, rank A? That'd put him on the same level as Zin. Well, there's certain someone out there who can not only take down Kurt, but steal his memory. Do I really have a chance against someone like that? Estelle? What's wrong? You look so serious all of a sudden. Oh, sorry, I was just spacing out for a second. Spacing out, huh? Spacing out about Joshua, right? Well, you could say that, I guess. I kinda figured as much. I haven't wanted to pry or anything, but Shara did tell me a little bit about what happened. You must be worried sick. I really do hope he's okay. Yeah. But hey, I'm not too worried. Joshua's just a lost boy who ran away from home because of a misunderstanding. I'll bring him back even if I have to tie a leash to his neck and walk him home. That's the spirit. I'd pay good mirror to see that too. Estelle, keep that up and you will find Joshua. I give it my super shiny senior bracer guarantee. Thanks, Annalise. But didn't we just finish talking about how you aren't really that old or senior yet? What? Estelle, you meanie face. You're saying I'm like a kid, aren't you? No, that's not what I meant at all. Man, and I'm like 2 years older than you too. Well, to be honest, I'd much rather be your friend than your superior. So we're friends forever, right? Yeah, you bet. Okay then, time to scoot off. To bed and rest for tomorrow. You seem kind of bushed, Estelle. You want to skip tomorrow's morning practice? No, that's okay. No matter how tired I get, a good night's sleep always seems to charge me right back up. As long as you're up for it, I'm good. Sweet. We'll do some more stuff beating tomorrow morning then, okay? For now though, good night. Good night. I am kinda beat. Time to go crash in a nice warm bed. Hang on, we did get a lot of Sepith during the training mission today. Building a new set of quartz sounds like a good idea right about now. Maybe I should go bug Robert before I go to bed. Hint, hint. Prepare your Sepith. Hint, hint. Thanks, game, for shoving that one in my face. Anyway, with the prologue set up and everything else considered, I'm going to be ending it here today. We got a good grasp of what's going on. I'm going to train to go find Joshua. Thank you for watching the VOD or the stream, whether you were here at any point. Thank you for stopping by. Stay safe, and hopefully I'll see you next time. Next stream is going to be Thursday around 4 PM as well, because I'm streaming twice a week now. Huzzah! Anyhow, see you then, everybody.